Hey everyone, this is Southern Fried Trad again, here with Hype, an OG in the SPX6900 community. He's been bull posting for 2 fucking years, and Aeon through and through, and I'm happy to have you here. So I'll just go ahead and get straight into it. Can you give me your sort of backstory, your crypto backstory before you got into SPX?
Yeah. Well, it's good to be here. Thanks for putting all of this on. It's yeah, it's fully sick. Yeah, so I started crypto in like 2020, sort of early into the bull market, and then yeah, just traded majors really on sex, got into Dogecoin not early enough, and then yeah, and then just hung around on crypto Twitter during like the bear and everything, just hanging out. And then eventually found SPX like a month after launch. And then
Gotcha.
fast forward 2 years and now we're here.
Yeah, I remember, or I saw a tweet that you swapped your. Did you swap your Dogecoin to SPX? Is that what that was
Yeah.
about? Okay.
Yeah, like full ported. And the last thing I swapped was like my Dogecoin because I got like emotionally attached to it. Like I like was DCAing and I like finally got to like 30,000 Doge
Yeah.
or like 33,333 and I was like and then slowly like swapped it to SPX and then
Nice.
the last swap I was like, well, that's all the money I have. Goodbye Dogecoin. It was fun. So I moved to
Nice.
a better cult.
No, for sure. Were you a part of the community?
Nah,
No,
nah,
just
because I started buying when it was like 10 billy sort of thing.
yeah.
Because I sort of like Dogecoin was like the community was building in like 2019, I think,
Yep.
and 2020. So
Yeah. That makes sense. So, when exactly did you get into SPX? Like, when did you start buying?
um I think my first buy was like October 26 on like
Okay.
in 23. Yeah. So I was like
So it's like two
a
months,
month
wait,
after, a month and a half after
month and a half. Yeah.
um August, September. Yeah, about that. 2 months, about 2 months.
Gotcha. Where'd you hear about it? Was it from a friend, or just you just saw it on the timeline, or what?
Yeah, just sort of on the timeline. Because initially like everybody was raiding hard. Like there you wouldn't really see like raids too much on like Twitter before that. And then I took a little break and then when I came back, suddenly there was just like shit coins like in everybody's comments, like posting the memes and like and everything. And then I just saw
Right.
SPX and I was like, fuck it, this has to be it. Like if this isn't the coin, something ain't right. Something isn't right.
So what was what was it for you? Like, how did it win you over?
Um, Sort of just the whole vibe and aesthetic. I think because like I sort of had like Murad's thesis already sort of like cooking where I was like there has to be something which overtakes Dogecoin eventually and like it's not going to be an animal coin, like it's not, like it has to be some sort of like movement or something like big to like get to that like 100 billion market cap plus. And I was like, I want to be a part of that. Like, I don't
Right.
want to just buy it. Like, I want to be a part of the whole like journey because that's what was enticing with Dogecoin was it was
Yeah.
like a community coin that started from the ground up and then like built. And that's what I was like looking for like years just on like
Right.
CT looking at stuff and then I saw SPX and the memes were like sick. The aesthetic was like so good. The name was so sticky and it was all just about like flipping the stock market, which I took that as like fighting against the like establishment essentially, like all the bullshit that we're like living through. I was like, oh, the mission of this coin is to like sort of help liberate us from this financial prison that we're in. And it just sort of like clicked. And then yeah, and then I joined the TG and I was like, holy fuck, there's actually like people here. Like there is a community.
Right.
It's not just like a coin, like being able to just like hang out with people online. And then within a week, I was like fully sold.
Nice, nice. Um, so you full ported then, or over time, I assume, and then
In about a week.
damn. Okay,
I
so
like had
then
no self-control. I was like so bad. I was like, it wasn't even like DCAing. I had just like my Bitcoin and my ETH and my Doge and whatever.
yeah,
And it was like every day I was like another 10 or another 15% of the port was just like into SPX. And it was like fully the top as well at like 30 mil.
that
And then in
that
about a
first
week,
top,
yeah,
the
yeah.
first
Because
run up.
I got in at like it was like 25 mil, and then we had sort of like a little double top
Yeah.
over the course of like a week, and then I DCA'd the full double top. And then I bought the like peak of the exit shoulder as well. It was like fucking funny because that was when my last piece of Doge that I like swapped into SPX was like the peak of the exit shoulder. We went from like 16 mil back up to like 26, and then I was like, oh my God, it's gonna run again. It's gonna run. And then I like that's like when I had full ported in.
And it was pretty much dormant. And or how low did it go after that? I don't want to talk about price too much, but how low did it go after that?
What we bleed to.
Do you recall?
I don't mind talking about price because like price and charts sort of like it tracks with the community
Right. Yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
That's
Like it's more
exactly
about
that's
talking about where the community was at.
yep.
So it's like a calendar almost. Because yeah, after that we bled to like 8 mil, 8 or 6,
Okay.
and then yeah, we just kept bleeding for like weeks and weeks straight with like no relief. And that's when then we had the coach candle. So from like October and yeah, start of October was it? I can't quite remember.
Wait, that's you got in at the end of
October,
October though, right?
September. Yeah, it was like September, October. It was the end of October, start of November. Um, and then it just went down and bled until like January, mid-January is when like Coach Hitler. So it was just pretty much like bleed for 3 months.
Wait, what was the coach? Oh, what? I don't. I'm not familiar
Yeah, yeah.
with that lore. What is that for
Oh,
the?
it's like Idea Hazard and Rare Drops. They were pretty much like step devs. Like they were the ones who like did the contracts for like Project Aeon
Okay,
and they did the wormhole, like the first wormhole to
sure.
Solana and a bunch of other stuff. They were just like the step devs, and Idea Hazard was sort of like the face of SPX, and SPX was becoming like pretty much like a coach coin. Like we had the key man risk of like everyone saw it as like Idea Hazard's coin.
Okay.
And but yeah, essentially we were just bleeding so hard and we were like working our ass off and getting like no bids. People were just dumping us constantly and like the rest of the market was running. Like that's when like that was the first
Like whiff and
Solana
all that
season.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and just like any random runner, like
Yeah.
Solana was just pumping like any random day there'd be like a new Solana shitcoin which would go to like 120 million.
Yep.
And you'd be like it was so like demoralizing and like exhausting because
I was
we'd
fully a
just been
part of
like
those
forgotten
for a
about.
lot of those, so I understand how that must have been frustrating.
Yeah, yeah, because you were like full ported in SPX, so you couldn't like unless you were gonna sell your SPX to go gamble,
Right.
like you were sort of stuck there. And
Yeah.
then that's what was happening to us was a bunch of people who had SPX was selling it,
They got
dumping
sick
it
of
and
waiting. I
rotating.
guess
Yeah, yeah,
they got
yeah,
impatient.
yeah. And then it just got to a point where like Idea Hazard and Rare Drops just like crashed out and they just in one sale like it was like just starting to turn and it was like a fortnight away literally from like the market returning to ETH
Yeah.
and yeah but they just crashed out and then in like one sell they like hitlered like millions of SPX for like pennies and it just like
Idea
tanked
Hazard
us.
sold?
Like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah. So we went from like 6.5 million to like 1.5 million
Did he buy? Is
in
he
like
back in? 'Cause I feel like he's still very
yeah,
much a
yeah,
part
yeah,
of it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He bought back in like a couple months later, but it was like a
Okay.
funny arc because he was like stepdad who then like left and never came back. Like he went out for milk and never returned, and he just like left us like dead on the floor and
Yeah.
like
I mean, that would be rough at that point.
yeah,
So it felt like you
yeah,
got rugged twice almost.
pretty much. Because I was at work, um, doing some other stuff in a different city, and so I had like no clue. And then I
Yeah.
like had hopped on like that night at like 10 p.m. And one of the other Aussie guys, I hopped in the TG. I was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And one of the guys was like, "You don't know, do you?" I was like, like, "No, what? Like, what's happened?" And he's like, he calls me and he's like, "Coach Sol, dude, like, look at the chart." And I looked and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, holy fuck! Oh no! Oh no! And yeah, everyone was just like devastated because it caused like heaps of panic. It was sort of like a 9/11 during the day. And then because some people were like selling as well. Some of the OGs were like, "Fuck this! Like, I got to
Right.
get out."
Right.
Well, and then but yeah, and then I was with my ex-girlfriend, like ex-girlfriend at the time as well, because I was like working for her, and I like looked at my portfolio that I'd like babied for years, and I was like, I do not want to lose this like 5 grand I have because it's like everything. Like
Right.
these are my crypto hopes and dreams to hit a moonshot, and I'd waited. And then I'd like banked it on SPX, my like one horse, and it went from like 5K to like $500.
Right.
And so I was like looking at that and I was like, oh, is it over? Like it's dead.
Well, at that point you
And I was
must.
like,
But I
no,
guess at
fuck
that
it.
point you're just like, fuck it, right?
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, we ball. And I turned to my ex and I was like, all right, another $500. Like it's either gonna go to zero or it's gonna be like the best gamble ever.
Right.
So we then like, yeah, right then and there we both bought like another 500 and it like doubled my like SPX bag.
Nice. That
So
was
I
smart.
was actually
DCA.
pretty happy. Yeah, yeah. I was pretty happy because like everyone was like shitty and upset, like understandably. And then I was like, well, it's good for me
Yeah.
because it just like it tanked the price so much. And then we just had to like get to work,
Right.
essentially creating like a new chart.
Right. That's awesome. I'm glad you took advantage of that and you helped keep it alive, actually, because it was probably needed any dollars you could get at that point.
Mm, yeah. Though I wasn't actually much help. It was funny. I totally disappeared for the month after that.
Were you crashing out
Like,
too?
oh, no, I wasn't even crashing out. I just played Pal World for like a month straight. Like,
Wait, which one is that? Which one is that? Power World.
it's like Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, with the
Pokemon's
guns.
actually sued them. Yeah, yeah, and you
Yes,
like shoot
yes.
Pokemon and beat them with a baseball bat and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, 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 yeah. I never played it,
Yeah.
but I remember hearing about that one. Yeah, that looked interesting.
Mm.
Looked pretty
But yeah,
good.
that's what I did after the coach candle.
Wow.
So I wasn't much help for a month, and then after I came back, I was like, all right, let's fucking lock in.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. The was Backroll was in the whole time, pretty much, right?
Oh yeah, from like day one. Yeah,
So what?
Bap's like the angel.
Okay, what was like who was supporting y'all during I guess that dark period? Who were the big people who were still around? I guess.
Um, there's a bunch of us. So there was yeah, Bap, Spacey, Mung, Nicole, Tech Focus, Base God,
Okay.
um, Slurm, Slat was around then as well. Um,
Was
Del
was Munchies in at that point?
Dexterity Show. I'm pretty sure Munchies was in. Munchies was pretty like mysterious for a while
Hmm.
because you had people who like, yeah, he was like, yeah, he was around, but you wouldn't really hear him on VC or like volleyball practice too much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um, and a few more people. You always sort of just forget names. and then you feel bad. One
Sure,
digit
yeah,
number and dexterity show.
yeah. I remember.
Um,
I know all those people too, so that's interesting. So
yeah,
I never, yeah, I didn't know what the coach candle was exactly, but that makes more sense. I knew it was something a bad event is all I really knew.
yeah. It was actually a good event in some ways as well. Like not just in hindsight, because it did like if he didn't Hitler the chart, we would have like gotten to like 70 or 80 mil or something. Like it fully like wiped SPX and we had to essentially start from scratch sort
Right.
of thing. So like it flushed so many people out and then like it gave Murad a great entry and like it gave a bunch of other whales that we needed to like lock supply up like a great entry. So like if Coach didn't Hitler the chart, then we wouldn't have had the like disgusting pump that we had with Murad
Yeah.
because we would have been at like 50 or 60 mil and there would have been a bunch of people with paper hands still holding
Right.
like
Right.
yeah,
So it kind of all worked
it's
out.
all destiny. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it
awesome.
worked out like really well. It was just sort of like 6 months of pain.
6 months. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I got in right after, essentially as soon as Murad shielded, I bought because
Oh, sick.
I was like, but I didn't go all in like you did. My conviction built over time, so I just put in what I would call funny money. So didn't get it. I wish I went back and looked at. It. I was like, damn, I should have aped more. Holy crap! But
Yeah,
it is what it
hindsight's
is.
always 2020.
But it did put it on my radar, and I'm a big believer now, so I'm grateful for it. And yeah, and I think my average is like 25 cents or something like that at this point, but
That's
nothing as
still
low as
great
yours.
though.
Yeah, I'm not mad
No,
about it.
mine got down to like 15, which was I'm not gonna lie, it was like pretty frustrating because I spent like the entire year like underwater.
Yeah,
Like everyone, like so many other people were like still in profit because plenty of the OGs got in like pre a million market cap and like
right,
below five, and then I'd like blew my load way too early like a noob, and then had to spend like an entire year watching people get like bags like 10 times as big as mine for like 1/10 of the price. And I
right.
was like, I didn't have a job either, so I wasn't making more money to DCA so
Gotcha.
much. I was just sort of like just scraping by and like doing as much work for SPX as I could.
But you know, 25 cents is 250 million.
Huh?
A tw-
Oh,
yeah, not two
yeah, yeah,
point five
yeah,
cents. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I always forget. Yeah, not fucking 2.5 cents, dude. It's fucking multiplied so much.
yeah. 25 250 million. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is yeah, it's good, but it's not yeah nowhere near where you're at. So, but my first buy was at like 30 million, and I wish I'd have bought more. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. You didn't know though, hey, because that was like such like insane volatility. The like price discovery could have like ended at like any moment. Like it could have
Yeah,
ended at 30, it could have ended at 70, it could have ended at 200, but it just didn't. And then
yeah,
yeah, because we had lots of people freaking out. Like I was seeing like lots of friends that we'd made over the past year going through like the freaking trenches, and then they were like dropping off with the Murad pumps because they would like hit their price target and they'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna sell.
right.
Thanks for the fun,
Oh,
guys." And
I
you're like,
saw a
"Oh
lot of
man."
those. I remember seeing those. Like, I made a shitload of money. It's at 100 million. I'm out. I saw one guy swap it all into other coins. I saw so many posts like that, and I remember seeing Tech Focus. This is another reason that helped me build my conviction too. I was like, I need to double fucking down. Focus is like you can still buy back in. It was like there's still all these guys have been there forever. We're still bullish even at 100 million, and encouraging people who are thinking about selling to. It was just it was cool to see that. But I do remember seeing a lot of people like just getting out during that Murad pump.
Mm, that's right. They sell at the price they deserve as well. You buy at the price you deserve, and you sell at the price you deserve.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately for some. Um, so, do you have much understanding of like the first month, like the first week, first couple weeks? Or I know you weren't around then at that point,
A
but
little,
okay.
yeah, a little bit, not too much though. It's just sort of like all of the stuff that I'd heard. I understand what like happened,
Okay.
like the history.
Well, maybe
Um,
I get. I think there's those kind of bullet points, but like what was the deal with the original dev? Did they just sold after like a week and that was it, or how, I don't know exactly how?
yeah.
Okay,
Well, my suspicion is like no one knows who the dev is. The dev's never gonna own up, but I have a feeling I know who the dev is, and because they would do this, they would do the exact thing. Um, because oh no, it's like the dev was like so like clearly knew what they were doing. But, like the dev is still clearly in SPX. Like the dev was just a facade where because no one wants to like be the dev of a coin, like and
right.
take on all that responsibility and stuff. Um, but yeah, it was like after a week because no one talked with the dev like over voice. A few people had like exchanged like DMs with the dev. But that's sort of as far as it went.
So you think you know who it is?
Yeah, well, I mean, we all have suspicions. After like enough years, you're sort of like you have your conspiracy theories.
I always thought it might have been Baparol, but he said he's not.
No, I don't think it's Baprol.
Who do you think it
I
is?
don't I don't think it's Baprol. I think it's Coach. I still think it's Idea Hazard.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but then he actually did. So, okay, so say he is the original dev. Then he actually did rug it, I guess, with the coach
Yeah, he
scandal.
rugged it twice. Fucking funny. No, I just think it's Idea because like Idea Hazard's pretty smart and
Right,
he like knows the space and he like knows what he's doing. And the dev like did pretty clear actions. Like the dev rugging wasn't actually a rug. Like all they did was delete socials, which then let like Idea Hazard make the new socials,
right,
and then like locked the LP, which was like essential, and then burnt 6.9%,
right.
which they probably bought for like $100 or something.
Sure.
Um,
It's a very good story.
yeah, which I don't know, it just makes me think more that it was realistically Idea Hazard. Because
Yeah.
like before that, it was like a couple months before was like Ticker Bitcoin had started.
Right.
So like making your own meme coins on chain had like become the hot thing. And then Idea has was like doing stuff with them and then sort of dipped to go do his own thing. And then suddenly SPX popped up. And then
Well,
like he had messages between himself and the dev and I was like, "Nah, this is the perfect like cover up." Like I'm not the dev because I was talking to the dev and you're talking to yourself, buddy.
yeah, that would be
I
easy
don't know.
to do.
Yeah,
Um,
covering
the
his tracks.
the I hear a lot of people from Ticker Bitcoin say like several I've seen accuse Mung of being the dev, and
Maybe. Well,
I
I don't know because the dev has to be um like technically sound with like blockchain stuff.
right,
Like you actually have to be a developer because this was like like before Pump Fun.
right. You
So you
actually
had to
had to
like
have a clue.
yeah, yeah, at least some amount of it and like anti-sniper protections and all this bullshit that like before like a normal person couldn't just launch a coin.
Right.
Um, but I don't think Mung's too like Mung's not a programmer. So they're all conspiracy theories anyway. Like, no one's ever gonna like own up to being the dev.
No, I think it's cool. I think I like that. I like conspiracy theories. I like that. It adds to the lore. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I guess that is that where a lot of the Ticker Bitcoin folks, the call us a derivative of them, and Sproto's calling Aeon's a derivative, and that sort of thing. Is that where
Yeah,
some of that comes from?
a little bit. Just because they like Ticker Bitcoin did start everything. Um, but like in that mindset, like Mog would be a derivative, like everything else would also be like a derivative from the same period. But I just think Ticker Bitcoin's a little bit butthurt as well because they
Oh
haven't
yeah,
like received that much like upward movement either. Um,
it's been relatively
so they are a
stagnant.
little bit butthurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
but I
I
do understand because we were the same. We're in the same boat.
it might be the NFT
Like,
thing
yep.
too. Like Mog doesn't have NFTs,
Yeah, they don't. They don't have NFTs.
so I think that might be why we're targeted more probably.
Maybe.
But also the price
Yeah.
action too.
Yeah, and Murad. Murad was
Oh
definitely like
yeah,
a big thing in that because it was kind of true like observing how he was making his thesis and he was making a list and but then like after all of it it did look like he'd farmed all of these other communities for their like attention
yeah,
because
yeah.
he went up a list and then he had all of these communities like rating his post like
Right.
building up to the crescendo of who would be number one and like no one expected it to be us. Like no one. We were like the butt of everybody's joke. Like Mog was laughing at us, Ticker Bitcoin were laughing at us. The whole industry, if they knew about us, they were laughing at us because they were like, these guys are dead. These guys have a dumb meme. No one's gonna get the meme. Like it's stupid, and they like keep fucking trying. Just give it up. Like the amount of times we had people tell us, like, give it up. Your coin is dead. Like, and we just like refused to let it die. So no one expected it to be SPX, and then it was SPX, and they were like, God fucking damn it, like, and then that sort of like Murad had, it looked like Murad had farmed them
Yeah.
for like attention and was like using their community to like boost his posts and stuff, just to like funnel that into SPX.
Well, I think the counterpoint would be he was posting about all of them all the time for a while. It
Yeah,
was very much a bit. There was a clear leader in his biggest bag is an SPX. So you could look at it as like a he crafted this whole thing, or you could look at it, these events played out, and now he's naturally more aligned with SPX just because that's the way the price went.
yeah, I think so. And also like, oh no, I'm just such a heavy SPX maxi where I like other coins, but I only give a fuck about SPX. It so goes against our like anti PvP like love everyone ethos, but I'm like, oh no, I'd do this. I'd sort of be the same thing
Yeah,
as well because like he is like weaned off a lot of like ever posting about like Ticker or Apu or Mog or Giga, and he's just like for the past I don't know 8 months he only
yeah.
talks about
And
SPX.
then for a while it was Giga and SPX, and then it was just
Yeah.
SPX.
Yeah. He's like he does like pivot and change according to like what's happened. Because like the Tiger, which was one of the like leaders of Giga, or like one of the faces of Giga at least, did a lot behind the scenes. He's now in jail. So
Yeah,
so like Giga's taken like a massive hit.
yeah. I felt bad for them for that, and I was a very much a list guy at first. I was like, I'm gonna do the list. This is great, and plus I have my other convictions. I was a multiple tons of positions kind of guy, and you realize it's not just purely. I mean, price. When you're participating in it, you realize which one's the strongest over time,
Yeah.
and then SPX was just the clear leader for me. And I also found myself posting more and more about it because again, I was trying to like, Are you familiar? You're familiar with Cal, right? The he's crypto Cal. The he
Oh yeah,
talks.
yeah.
So I was kind of like him more so, but then he posted about other coins, but over time I just like I found myself only focused on SPX, and eventually I was just like, fuck it. I'm not full ported SPX, but it is by far away the biggest part of my portfolio because it aligned with what I was feeling and what I was seeing more than anything.
Mm.
So I guess my point with that is I wonder if that sort of happened to Murad as well.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. He's a pretty smart guy as well. Like, I don't know. Over time, it does sort of get a little bit obvious.
Yeah,
Like, you back your winners, right? And it's like SPX is clearly starting to like break away into like our own like race in a sense,
yeah,
where like it is sad. It is sad because there's like all of these other coins and all of these other people have put so much like work into them.
yep.
Um, and like everything dies eventually. Like eventually SPX will die as well. It's just like how fast things die. But SPX sort of has the best chance to like really, really go parabolic at this point. And like I guess Fartcoin does, but Fartcoin's like a different play, like from a different like sector of the industry sort of thing. Like SPX is the really like organic community one
I,
that
I
actually
feel
has
quite
like
differently
people.
about Fartcoin. If it does, I think it's cabal driven. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I sort of feel the same way.
I
But
don't respect Fartcoin at all, to be honest. But that's me. I think that was
yeah, it was a bit
manufactured.
of like a not like an SPX derivative, but you sort of see a lot of crossovers once like Murad put out his thesis on like movement coins and like a coin has to have a meaning and a message for people to get behind. And it feels like whoever launched Fartcoin was like, we want some sort of like movement, like haha, the like money's so dumb, like buy Fartcoin, but they also like were like, we don't want to run the social media and we don't want to do like a Telegram, we don't want to manage a community. We just want to like make a coin and then buy the coin and pump the price. So they're almost like an antithesis of SPX where they promote that they have like
No, you're right, and
no.
I felt that. I don't know if you remember when during the like the March this year, Marchish lows, whatever, 25 cents, 30 cents, whatever it was at, and then Fartcoin started going off, and I remember everybody was like, "Yeah, SPX is dead now. It's all Fartcoin." I don't know if you remember that, but
Yeah,
God, that
yeah,
made
because
me
we were like
irritated. Do it.
yeah, we were down like at 300 or something, and Fartcoin started like ripping. Like, I'm happy to change my like thesis on it. Like, if there is like anyone who like can explain it, because I do know there's like a few Aeons that who like shill Fartcoin on the timeline. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker! Like, I've seen you for the past year and a half, and then they pivot to like shilling Fartcoin in
That
people's
that was
in
because they got
people's comments
impatient.
section. Huh?
That's
No,
bec-
I've seen it from like a few other people still doing it now. So I'm like, sure, like maybe there is something to it. Like maybe these
I don't
people are
think
like
so, dude. I don't
being
think
the
so.
Fartcoin
I
investors.
think they saw Fartcoin ripping and they started dumping some of their SPX bag and put it in there. And
Yeah,
now they're down worse than if they would just been patient.
yeah, the old rotators.
That's what I think it is. And now they're trying to make it a thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not a big fan of it though.
Mm. Yeah, I literally just stick to like SPX. There were like a couple other like after SPX like went parabolic and I did get like a little bit more capital to play with.
Sure.
Like I did like skim off like tiny bits here and there, and then like yeah, like I bought a little bit of crypto and shit like that, but like nothing means anything.
Right.
Like the only thing that means anything at all is SPX.
Right.
Um, but I've like sold all of those other bags now. It's sort of like I just flipped them and
Yeah.
that was it. And it's like
There were
just
trades.
just to like pay for bill money, so I didn't have to sell SPX to pay for bills and shit,
That makes
which
sense.
was good. I was like, nice, because I'm out of SPX to sell.
Right. Right. Um So why did you stick with it and not get disinterested during all those lows and all those hard times, like in the end of 23 throughout 24? What made you stick around?
Um, Maybe it's trauma bonding, but like, like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you have friends and like a community and stuff, and you don't just want to
yeah,
like you don't want to leave. And at the same time, it was like we knew what we had. Like you're like, why the fuck would I sell here? Like it's going so much higher. Like I don't know, it was just like it's in like you get infected by it
right.
as well. Like you're waking up every day, you're like committed, and we were like it was working. Like it was certainly working even when we were low. Like if you look at the chart and then it's like post coach candle and then we like bottomed and then we just started like making the most beautiful pattern ever because we were just anytime we would sell, you'd sell off a little bit less, and you'd have more people buying, and like every day, anytime like the market didn't perform well, that's when SPX performed the best. Like everything would dump, and like you would SPX would just have a green day out
Yeah,
of nowhere. Like there were
yeah, it
all of these
tends.
cool things where you were like,
Yeah,
fuck, this coin is sick. Like this has to go off. Like, and we were just like working at it. Like after a while, it's like you don't want to go, you don't want to leave, you want to like stay around and keep going at it because it felt like any day it could explode,
right.
and you were like, and but then it wouldn't. It would get like um snuffed out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it all paid off in the end.
it
Um,
did.
did you ever get doubts during that time?
Yeah, yeah. They definitely like creep in. That's for sure. Because definitely a few times, and we were copping a lot of like hate as well. Like it would be like a 50-50 odd ratio between people telling us to like give up because the coin sucks, and then people like recognizing the hard work we were doing and saying how like great SPX was. But the doubts would like creep in, especially seeing like other things like rip out of nowhere, and you'd be like, well, we're trying so hard just to like get back to all-time high or like reclaim 10 million, like 10 million market cap, and then things would just explode. But the doubts would disappear when other things would die because coins would like run to 80 million and then they would just bleed to nothing, and they're all like now currently zero
Right.
while we like live. Um, but I never like had so much doubt that I was like going to sell. But initially I did think like I felt like SPX could be the biggest thing in the like the biggest coin in the world, and that's why I like got in, and that was my like conviction and thesis. But for a good while I was like, oh, we'll probably only ever make it to like 70 million or something, and people would be like, nah, we're definitely like going to 700. And I was like, no way, that's like so high. Because I just thought the like market wasn't in our favor at all. Like I never foresaw like a Murad sort of effect or event which like rocketed us, and like all of like Spacey's work that like sent us as well. Um like I never like foresaw that. So like my doubt was like, oh, we'll go to like a 50 million market cap this bull run, or like a 70 million market cap, and we'll hit a 10x, and then that'll sort of be it. I never foresaw the like 10,000x.
Um, so if say that your vision came true, would you have kept holding or would you have been done?
Probably would have kept holding. I mean, like the goal is to always like try and time the top perfectly of a bull market and then sell, and then after it finishes bleeding buy back like 20 times the amount,
Yeah.
like in the peak of the bear. Obviously like everyone wants to do that, Um, but it doesn't necessarily mean like leaving SPX either. So, well, I don't know. Like, it was just lots of fun, and there was like a the community was like different. Like, there were different faces and stuff around at the time, and I was just having fun, like making things and doing stuff, and sort of like getting experience in the industry to like throw on a resume if I had to like you know get a job and like have a career and stuff.
So it made you feel. It gave you a sense of purpose.
Yeah, 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 for
That's,
sure.
I think that's an underrated thing
Mm,
about this
yeah, it
coin.
definitely is
Yeah.
because it's so like you can just do stuff. You can just do stuff, and then you can put that stuff on your resume, and sort of like, well, technically, you have been like you've been participating in the industry,
Yeah.
which a lot of other coins don't give you that. Like Fart Coin doesn't give you that.
Exactly.
There's no
That's why I don't buy the fart coin narrative because of that.
yeah same thing with like Pengu
Oh
sort of
god.
stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like you can do stuff in the community, but you can't sort of like essentially be a part of the team.
Yeah they own it.
Whereas
Yeah, you're a
yeah,
simp.
yeah, it's hard to like put that on your resume. But SPX is so decentralized that you can be like, yeah, I've been doing interviews and have a full like YouTube channel. Like I've been like podcasting for SPX,
Yeah,
and like yeah, it's legitimate.
it's true.
Which does actually hold some weight because fucking SPX has become one of the biggest things in the space. Like
Wait, and here's the
that.
when I was early in meme coins, I didn't really get it. Like I was early on Bonk, and I was just
Oh, sick.
by blind chance, and wasn't really a part of any of it. I was just like, yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny, I guess, and I bought some. But the thing is, whenever I try to participate, like it's not the same. I don't know how to put it's just not the same. There's some people that have fun bull posting with you, but it's like a very surface level thing. Does that make
Mm,
sense? Like when you're bull posting, you're both it's just super surface level.
yeah, because it's like you're participating in like a major. You know what I mean? It's like bull posting ETH or Link or
Yeah,
XRP or something.
probably
Where it's like yeah,
not that bad. You do get more engagement. There is more of a community than that. Like those, if you're one in a bajillion, you're nothing. But it's just super surface level. It's hard to develop relationships with people.
yeah,
At least that was my experience. And Bonk is similar to a Pingu. It's got a team and all that.
and it's like insulated from the masses.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It's not the same.
no, because that is what like initial like what like drew me to SPX and what I was like searching for was I didn't want to be like sidelined to my own investment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where you're like, okay, I'll buy this, and then all I get to do for the next 2 years while I wait or whatever is just post
Yeah.
and like reply guy people or whatever. Like it was about being a part of something
Yeah.
and actually like
It's a very it's not socially fulfilling at all.
no, yeah, and there's no purpose because
That
I'm
true
such
too.
like a terminally on the computer person.
Yeah.
So it's like having a place to do work like having a reason to do work is like so good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people have found that in the community in different ways. I certainly have found my stride with it. So I think it's a big plus for sure. Do you get doubts now?
uh Not really. Like sometimes I am like, but it's not doubts about SPX, it's doubts about like the wider market, right? Where you're like, oh
Ah,
fuck,
yeah.
any week it could top out, blah blah blah. But I don't get doubts that like SPX will just die
So
or
you get
anything.
doubts about the magnitude of this bull market.
yeah, yeah, like macro stuff where I'm like, oh, is it over?
Right.
We're not gonna like know when it's over, like, but I don't get doubts about SPX or the community or anything like that. Um, I get worried, but that's just sort of like what happens when you sort of like could foresee problems. But I'm mega bullish. I'm mega bullish. The little like tidbits which I've like learned about like what we're doing and just some of the dumb sick stuff which is like happening. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, this is like this is it. This is so good.
I mean,
Um
and for you, you were extremely early. How how crazy is it to see have grown to this magnitude, to this level since when you first started? Like if you should zoom out for a minute, I know you've been in it day in day out, so it may seem like less of a magnitude each day. But how is like I guess what's your sense of that? Like how does it feel?
Fucking insane. Like
Right.
it's actually like
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Like it feels like it's started to normalize the past few months
Right.
with just like the growth of the community and all of these things. But it was definitely like it was like a culture shock, like
Sure.
in taking so many people in such a short time and going from like, sort of like the 30 odd people that we had to suddenly like hundreds and like yeah, seeing so many like like satellite groups sort of like form like satellite friend circles
Yeah.
and like there are like little teams developing within themselves doing their own thing and then having to like let people go to their own devices and just trust that they weren't gonna like kill your baby sort of thing like um yeah,
Well,
but
and that's
it's still
and
definitely just wild.
yeah, no, and I remember us having a conversation about that on X. I think you were a little bit annoyed, at least
I was having a crash out.
kind of maybe. I wasn't going to call it that, but I think you called it an ape out or something.
Yeah, I was chimping out.
Chipping
Yeah,
out. That's what you said. Yeah, and I was like, I could. At first, I was kind of like, I took it as you were saying, like I can't remember exactly how you put it. You felt like the culture was getting diluted. I think essentially the Murad
yeah,
effect was
diluted.
pissing you off, kind of. At least that was what I
Yeah,
gathered.
yeah, yeah. There
But
was I had that one crash out post.
yeah, no, I remember that. And I was thinking, I got offended. I thought you were like talking about because I was making a lot of like normie type friendly memes. That was what I was trying to focus on because a lot of people don't get anime stuff, you know.
Mm-mm.
So I was trying to broaden those memetics. So I took it like that is what you were going after. But then you later explained it was you were getting annoyed by people just like doing like Moon Boy kind of stuff. I guess I don't know exactly what was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
exactly that
That
was
was sort of
bothering
it.
you.
It was like I was definitely like coming to terms with a lot of the change.
Yeah.
Um, but there was like a was it like 3 months or maybe 6 months? Like Murad was like in just a lull where it felt like we were stuck in like this time loop.
You know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, like Murad would just tweet the same
The bull
like
market hasn't even
platitudes.
started yet. That was a
Yeah,
popular one.
yeah. Um, fucking constantly, and then it would be like raid hard, and it was like that was just for like months on end, and then that was like spawning its own little robots where like people would just tweet the same thing, and they were just making like just AI slop images
Oh
where
yeah, a
they're
lot of
like
that. Yep.
SPX rocket, blah blah blah, and then you would look,
There's
and they
still
were
a good
getting
bit
so
of
much
that, to be
engagement.
honest. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but they were getting like so much engagement where you'd be like, "Fuck, what? How are you getting like 300 likes? Like you have 300 followers, you're getting 300 likes on this like dog shit tweet, and then like some of us artists would like fucking spend like 10 hours making like a video or something, or
Yeah.
like Undy would make a song." And you'd be like, "This song fucking slaps," and then he'd like post it, and it'd be like 8 likes.
Yeah,
And
no, I
or like
remember
the
that too.
disparity was like getting to me, and
Yeah.
just like watching things like change. because it felt like for a while it was getting worse, and even all of crypto Twitter was seeing it. That's when we were getting like full on called bots, and like all these other people who weren't even in SPX were like noticing what was happening, and then that just like led to the crash out, which was like sort of had to be said. I could have said stuff like better and not been so like emotional, but I tend to just like get a little bit too drunk and then just like pop off.
Well,
Because
and I don't.
yeah.
I agree with the quality thing. I do think there is something to be said about quantity to a degree because if y'all put a lot of work into it, 100%. You put y'all the videos and the cool edits that you and the other Aeons do. I know y'all put a lot of time and effort to it. I think those are amazing, and also I think it helps to build up other content. I use them in my clips, for example. But I think there is something to be said. Some people don't have that kind of skill set, and some people have, maybe they want to contribute, but the best they can do is like a stupid little meme or a stupid little post.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, it is true. Because it was like a quantity. The quantity was like suppressing the quality. Because
yep,
even
yep,
like you could make a video and be like, "Hey, I've just interviewed someone, and I'm like fucking amazing. Like this is the shit. This is the shit that we want to see. Like real like stuff happening." And then it would just get like 12 likes.
right.
And but then someone would like post a rocket, and it would be like 300 likes, and you're like, something has to like. It just sort of felt like SPX was getting diluted. And
No,
it did sort of change
I
after
agree.
that though. I did notice it did
Well,
shift
when did
like
you
the
tweeted that? What,
narrative.
like in March or April? I can't remember. February maybe.
Yeah.
But it might. I think we were getting to we weren't at the low yet. We were getting to a low. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
got shaken out. A lot of those rocket guys got shaken out. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really believe in anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's true.
but now we
We're in
have more
such a
people
good
who care.
space now.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're in such a good space now.
Yeah.
Like everyone who's like come in, like the amount of stuff everybody's doing, like all of the like spaces and
It's
podcasts and like what we're
insane.
doing
The
right
spaces.
now. It
Wow.
is insane. Like we never had this before.
It's amazing.
There's a better work ethic now and like more quality now and more interesting things happening than there ever has been. And that's
Yeah.
all like so much of it is you like I don't even want to call you new guys because none of you are new. That's the thing. You've all been around for like 6 months, a year,
Yeah. I've been here for a
so
year now, or close to a
yeah,
year.
yeah. Like you're not new. It's just like,
Yeah.
and I don't even like saying post Murad. It's just all like weird. Like you guys are just aeons.
Right.
Like a lot of you guys are really carrying like everything now, which is like sick. And it's like so much energy that wasn't even around like pre Murad, where I was trying to get shit done as well. Like I was coming up with ideas, and sometimes like they would just hit brick walls when it like pre Murad, and it would just be like, oh fuck, can we like do something? Like, but now there's so much like yes energy
Yeah.
where people are like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Like, let's do more stuff.
I do
Let's
think
dominate and take over.
I do think because I was early enough to know that y'all had we had the weekly spaces, we had the main account, and I do think that was cool and good. But at the same time, it did feel sort of like y'all were kind of the overlords. It felt that way a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah,
Not saying
yeah,
that was intentional, but I do. I honest to God think that main account getting taken down was a good thing. Because I think people be like, okay,
yeah.
we
I
got to
think
go do
so.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. Same thing with like ending like weekly spaces sort of stuff was
Yeah.
also like a good thing. There's like
Yep.
little like crappy parts where it's like you do wish you had an account that like Coinbase could tag, like a
Yes.
main
Yes.
account, and
That'd be
like
nice.
we could like repost it and whatnot, like in a centralized, like a little bit of centralization, where
Yeah.
if someone like that like the main account could repost the stuff you're doing and repost the podcast and like repost a great video and like
Right.
help as being like a platform to like send the quality out, so like you never get too saturated by like quantity, like people
Yeah.
see the quality work that people do. That's the pro of having like a main account. But I
Yeah.
definitely see what you mean about the like overlord feeling.
Yeah,
Because it was like that for a while where everyone was like the OGs, the OGs, the OGs, like
yes,
respect the OGs, and I was like,
yes.
oh, it's fucking like doing my head in because even like the entire time I was in SPX, it was the same thing where like
What? You were
OGs, and I
in
was
what?
like all pre Murad, it was the same sentiment of like how important the OGs are, and
Wait,
then
for
suddenly
you to
you
say
like
that?
become an yeah, 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 yeah.
You were
Because
in for two.
I'd be
You were
there.
in after 2 months.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It
You're
was like
what?
I'd be there for like an entire 8 months, like busting my ass off, and so many other people were, but you'd like never obtained the OG status, sort of thing. Like it was like kind of like dumb.
That's so retarded.
Um, yeah. But then suddenly you become the OG, and
Right.
you like get the status, and it's like it's still like still stupid. It's just the sort of notion of like sticking to what's worked in
I
the
hated that,
past.
to be honest with you. I hated, and it made me kind of have a disdain for the OGs because I felt like they were our
Yeah,
overlords, and I know that that's
yeah,
not really reality, but that's how it kind of felt. So I kind of hated that. I was like, why are people worshiping it so much? It's kind of weird. They romanticize the OG thing too much to me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally feel that. I
Yeah,
totally feel that because yeah, now I've been on like both sides of the like
yeah,
the status equation, I guess you'd call it, and it's like it's a bit stupid. It's very stupid because it's like disheartening for like everyone else. Like it goes against the point of like you
right,
can participate.
right,
It's like you can participate, just don't make crap, sort of thing. Like that's all. You know?
right, right. Yeah, yeah, I encourage people to be independent as well, and that was one thing I tried to do, and I think others should do it too. And then I think really there's people who are more leaders in the community. I think
Yeah,
that's a thing because people who do more work in the community than others, and that's totally fine. You do what you can. So, but my main point is if you're not known in the community yet and you want to make your voice, do some cool stuff, and it will happen eventually. So,
yeah, pretty much, pretty much. I mean, that's how everyone does it. Hey, it's like is it egalitarianism?
I
The
call it well, I think
egalitarian
that is true.
society.
Egalitarian. I call it meritocracy, but that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Because
the
pretty
most
much that's
merit.
what
Somebody said we
we
a
fucking do.
communist coin or a merit or a capitalist coin. I'm like, I think we're just a meritocracy, basically.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Sometimes
Yeah,
there's like good elements of communism, and then there's like good elements of capitalism. But yeah, I'll just call it like it is like meritocracy.
yeah,
You like do stuff if people like it,
right.
they'll
Yeah,
like stick with it, and then they'll see you more. It's like what all you guys have been doing, and which it's actually good because the cream rises to the top,
right.
and then like it eventually breaks through
Yeah,
as well.
and like Mike losing his big bag, and nobody would have rallied behind that if they didn't know how much work he's put in. Everybody loves him, you know.
Yeah, 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 totally.
So that's why I say it's like, yeah, that's communist in a way, but that's actually just a community helping people that are in the community who are loved. If he was somebody who
Mm,
just started, they would be like, "Oh, sorry, man, it sucks." That would be it.
yeah, or even like if he'd been around for ages and people knew who he was, but like he was never busting his ass.
Right. Yeah.
So there was never this like respect where it's like, oh, that sucks extra fucking hard that you like lost your money.
Right.
Because it does. It, like fucking, it's gutting when
Oh yeah.
someone's like working all the time and then they lose like a big portion.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. Whenever I saw it in the TG, I was like, "This is a joke, right?" Like what? I didn't believe it at first.
There's some like fucking. It's a nasty industry. Like it's scary. That's why I'd have like psychotic breaks because there's so much like so many scary people in the industry who will like fucking chop off your finger and mail it to your parents for blackmail. And you're like, ah,
dude, dude, do you remember that quote? I say this all the time now because I just think it's an awesome quote. Murad said in his hour and a half, whatever opus, whatever you want to call that video, where he says we're paladins in an industry filled with demons.
yeah,
I fucking love that
yeah.
quote.
It's fucking so yeah. You feel it so much sometimes.
Yeah, whenever somebody does something fucked up, I'll reach quote it and quote tweet it, whatever, quote post it, and say I'll say that quote. You're paladins.
Fuck, Murad's got like so many good quotes.
Yeah, he's
He's
very
actually
quotable.
fucking hilarious. If you like go through his like old tweets when he was like unhinged, like are so good. Some of them are fucking like so funny, where it just like straight up like insult someone on the timeline. Like, oh, he's actually a G. Murad's actually like so good. I was like worried like at the start that he would sort of like overtake SPX and not not integrate sort of thing, because that's what you like we'd have it like where we'd like have our community and you'd notice someone would come in and they would have a following or they'd have extra money,
Right. Yeah.
and then suddenly they would get more status because like of the like they would get more status within SPX because of their status outside of SPX,
Right.
and you're like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, how has this person just jumped all these rungs when you have someone who doesn't have money, but they've been working their ass off for the past 4 months? And I was like worried that sort of thing would happen with Murad, where he would like just enter and he wouldn't really be an Aeon,
Right.
but he would suddenly get like leader of SPX status. But it didn't happen. Murad was like fucking great. He spent like 6 to 8 months just watching and like learning and
I
like
think I think there
essentially
was
becoming a part of SPX before he actually revealed himself.
right. I think there were some people, I will say, and who got in because of Murad, who kind of looked at like whenever they got in, like, "Oh, Murad, love me," kind of thing. I don't know if you noticed that at all, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want your attention, please,
Oh my God, yeah. It
which
was
was kind of
funny.
weird.
Some of the first spaces
Oh
and
God,
Murad would like, holy fuck, it was so stressful because we were doing like the spaces, weekly spaces, daily spaces.
right?
Um, and then and you get like 30 to 50 people.
Yeah,
And then Murad joined SPX and like all eyes were on us and like all eyes were on Murad, and Murad would join our space and it would instantly jump to like 2,000 viewers.
yeah.
And it was like, holy shit. Like,
Is that
holy
why
shit,
you?
we're
Is that why
used to
y'all
this
went to
like
weekly?
no, it was just a workload thing.
Uh,
Just workload.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
was stressful.
but I mean, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's that's why I would never want to live stream. Like, I'm talking to Murad again in a couple weeks. I never would want to live stream it. I think I would be freaking out the whole time. It'd just be too many people looking at you while you're trying
Mm.
to talk.
I think it gets better over time because it's the same thing with like spaces as well with I remember when I first, because SPX was the first time I like did spaces or anything, and I would be like so nervous.
Sure.
And you like wouldn't want to interrupt people, and you like want to throw up your hand. And we still get it now, like people that are like fresh to spaces and like, "Hey, it's my first time. Thanks for putting it on. Thanks for having me up here." And you can like hear they're a little bit nervous, and then after a while, you realize you're just sort of talking shit and hanging out with your friends.
Yeah, it does take time, for sure. The more you do it, the more comfortable it becomes, for sure. Um,
Yeah, and then you just start interrupting everyone left, right, and center.
I gotta say, you did annoy the hell out of me the other day when you started playing that music on Ifty Space.
Yeah,
I was like, "What the
yeah, I
fuck?"
fucking
I was about to join and
oh.
start like cussing you out for a second. I was like, "What the
Fuck, I
fuck?
wouldn't have been able to hear you.
What were
I
you
didn't realize
doing?"
it's my Firefox. If I run spaces on Firefox,
Okay.
like all of the audio settings get like fucked out, and then randomly I won't be able to hear anybody, but everyone can still hear me.
Okay. What you
So,
know what it came off as?
and I've just real yeah, that I was being a fucking asshole for interrupting
it
everyone.
came off.
I just thought I
It
just
came off
thought
like you were being a
everyone
little
just like
drama
shut
queen.
up. Yeah, I just thought everyone like shut up and was like bullying me. And I was like, yeah, fuck you, I'll just play music then if everyone's just gonna like go
But you
mute.
didn't know the music was coming through.
Yeah. I thought I just thought no one was speaking. Like I
Oh,
thought everything was normal.
I
And then
got you.
someone in TG I think said, and I was like, oh fuck. Fuck. Because I got kicked. They kicked me off stage, and then I like came on a different account, and then I was like, oh my god, everyone is speaking this whole time. And now I've realized I just have to do spaces through Chrome.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
and it doesn't bug out. Yeah.
Spaces suck. I mean, the technologies suck. It's not the greatest.
Yeah. It's fucking so dumb. It's like space is the best thing on Twitter
Yeah.
and like pretty much unique to Twitter, but they just don't fix the tech.
Yep.
And you're like, man, we can't even break this world record.
Yeah. I don't. I think if we keep going, we will literally have spaces forever. So, I mean, maybe that's cool. I don't know, but
Maybe.
it'll be
It has been
intense.
really nice. Yeah,
Yeah. I
pretty
mean,
intense.
yeah, I was on it for a few hours on Sunday. I don't have time to be on it very much, but I mean, I like to listen to it from time to time. It is definitely cool, and I think a lot of y'all are getting a lot of joy out of it, which is awesome.
Yeah. It felt like OG volleyball practice vibes the other day because it was like because that's what volleyball practice when we're doing it like every day, that's why it was like so good because you had a place to be. Like I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh, sick, like there's spaces I can like listen or join, like you had something to do
Right.
and be around for. So it was like really grounding and you would just like hang out with people. And then sort of the removal of that, it was like so much work, but the removal of that did like sort of disconnect people because you don't like it's different like yeah, it's been really good having this space because so many like aeons that have been around for ages, I feel like I've actually been able to meet them because you don't really like meet people through posting and stuff.
Right.
You don't really like hang out, but then in the spaces you actually do just like hang out and talk shit and laugh and share stuff about each other and like get to know each other and actually make friends online.
Yeah.
So the spaces have been like cool for that.
Yeah. Definitely. Um, the podcast for me has helped as well. I've really enjoyed talking to all sorts of different people. It's been
Yeah,
nice.
cool.
Um,
Because what episode are you up to now?
well, I've got about three or four I haven't released. So yours won't be out for like a month. Um, but I think I've recorded to this point. I think like 20.
Sick.
Yeah, something like that or close to it. I don't know exactly. And I've got the because I'm so anal. I have to. My numbering system makes no sense anymore. So basically, the ones I release on Saturday I number, and the ones I do other than Saturday I call it something else. I don't know why, but that's just the way I do it.
Everyone has their own systems.
Yeah,
I'm like autistic with it as well sometimes. The way I'd do my like data management with the videos and like the way I'd like name and number stuff.
yeah.
But
Yeah. I don't really know why I did it the way I did it. Now it bothers me, but now I can't not do it, so I just do it that way.
yeah, you're like stuck in it now. You can't change the system once you started it. And you're like, ah, shit.
Yeah, I fucked it up. I realized like I don't actually like the way I did that, but I've already done it, so now I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, whatever.
It's
Does
cool. It's really cool what you're doing though, and it's good like that you're actually having a good time while you do it.
oh
Not
yeah,
feeling like
I wouldn't do it if I didn't. I have fun doing it. Yeah.
yeah, it's really great. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't actually watched any,
Oh,
so
that's
I'll
okay.
have to go back and watch a bunch. I
No,
haven't
no,
even watched
that's
Token
fine.
2049 speech either.
You haven't watched the what?
I haven't even watched the Token 2049 speech
That's
ever.
pretty funny. Now that is actually funny.
Yeah, yeah, it is
Yeah,
funny.
you're
I'm
like,
like,
yeah, that's
oh
a
no,
great one.
no.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that line.
Yeah, Murad
No one
talking on
can
that,
know that
y'all.
I never watched it.
Did you
I
watch
never
the hour
watched
and a half
Murad's speech.
opus? That's what I call it. I don't know what he called it, but where you just saw
Oh
some.
no, I did. Yeah, like I literally didn't even watch that. I haven't even watched anything. I'm like such a bad Aeon,
You're on
but
the.
I
You just
definitely have
said
to change.
your own on your own line all the time. I don't see how that's
I
possible.
know. No, I have been not present for the past like 8 or so months, I think,
Okay.
where yeah, I just haven't been as present online or like present with like working, um, and like doing my job and stuff. Like I have just sort of been doing the bare minimum, and then Yeah, which hasn't been good. I've been like, I had to like figure it out and like work through it because it was like, it was a lot going from like where we were and then the Murad pump.
Yeah,
Like there was so many, like so much changed that I wasn't like prepared for because it went fucking ballistic.
yeah,
Like I went from broke to suddenly like not broke, but
right.
also not selling. Like where you're like, well, I could not be broke if I sold all my SPX
Yeah,
and then just fucking like had the dream, but also I don't want to sell all my SPX, so I'm like dealing with that like mental side
yeah,
was a lot, and then like seeing how much like SPX grew, and how much it was changing was a lot, and then like the all of the changes with the like the circle that we already had as well, because like lots changed within like I guess you call the OGs, right? The OG circles, like lots of social stuff happened there, and then I was like grappling with like a lot at the same time. But I think what really changed as well was my little crash out post because I had a period where I was being an asshole and I was being mean. Um and I said some mean shit. I said some mean shit to Tarns on the timeline. I said some mean shit to Arcane in the
Arcane,
OG.
really?
Yeah, oh, it wasn't even. It was like sort of a misunderstanding. He'd like posted a video, like Murad had posted his video, and I
Uh,
think there was just sort of like AI slop in it. Um, and I was like talking about it in the TG, and then like Arcane, who's like rarely in the TG, was suddenly there, and then he got upset, and I was like, oh fuck, like fuck, I've been caught. I've been caught bitching. Um, and then I guess he like, yeah, he got real offended and real sad as well, which is like understandable. And then so I wasn't being particularly nice, and it was also like grappling with
did you apologize?
yeah, yeah. I apologize like right away because I was like, yeah, you are like that is fucking mean. Like you do spend like 60, 80 hours making these like sick videos, and then and then I just said like this part sucks. Like so it was very mean. Um yeah, and then we patched it up the other week as well. But yeah, there was just like a lot of social change that I was like grappling with, and a lot of like OGs not doing anything, which like really pissed me off. Like it had like always pissed me off, and then it
Sure.
was like pissing me off even more when I was like, oh, you motherfuckers are rich now.
Yeah,
Like you're rich as fuck. Like because they'd have like 10 times my bag,
sure.
and now my bag's like massive to so many people,
Right.
and then there was like suddenly their bags were like huge and they weren't doing anything.
Yeah,
And
I
they like and I was like, you guys want the status, like being these like overlords sort of thing. Like everyone feels like the OGs are overlords, but also you're not doing anything to like earn the status, but you're still demanding the respect. But then I'd look around and I'd see a bunch of you guys just like hitting the ground running, coming up with ideas and doing all of this cool shit, like actually like making substance happen within the community and like pushing. And I was like, these guys don't have the bags that we have. Like they're buying now. Like they'll have 15,000 SPX and be like, fuck yeah, I have a nice bag. Like, and then you're working your ass off. But then a bunch of the OGs who got in early, like, don't have the money, but then they also like they have the money, but they're also not doing the work, but they're also not like giving the money away either. And it was just that I was like fucking pissed off, and it was like tilting me hard. And the only thing that actually pulled me back was like directing my energy better instead of trying to like hold on to the old circle sort of thing. I was like, nah, it's actually the new guys. Like the new guys are where it's at. Like look at them working hard, coming up with ideas, like pushing and like giving it their all with like much smaller bags than the OGs have. Like these are the people that I want to like be around. These are the people who should like I should be paying attention to and just ignore the noise. And then so I've been doing that over the past however many months, and it's been like keeping my like mental sanity a lot better. It's just focusing on the good energy and not being like negative.
Right. Yeah. I think that means a lot to a lot of people. What you state. I yeah. I can see exactly what you mean. But I've noticed that yeah, you've definitely been more active lately. I feel like for sure.
Hmm.
I've just seen
Yeah.
you do more things, and uh, I think it means a lot to people when the OGs do bull posts and are active. I think it means a lot to a lot of people. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
it
trying to
feels
get at.
like your coin it's not dead. You haven't like bought the top or bought someone else's bags.
Right. Yeah, I love Tech
Yeah.
Focus to still post a lot. Which I appreciate too.
Hmm.
At least
Yeah, there's
I've.
still lots around.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got out of that funk. Um.
Yeah, me too, dude. Me too, because it was like really fucking getting to me and like getting me down, and then I'd feel guilty because I was like, I should be doing so much. Like, I should be doing so much more. Why the fuck am I like being so lazy? And then I shook it off. It also helped running out of money, essentially. Like, yeah, that was like a little funny little factor because I went from like broke, like literally broke, like pre Murad. I was like one being like wondering where my rent was coming from the next week,
Right.
sort of thing. So I was like having to, and like doing heaps of like making videos and stuff for SPX. So there was a point where I was like, Baparol, can I have some money? Like, can you pay me some money so I can like live? And because I was like, I have to get a job, and he was like, don't you dare. Like, don't you dare get a job. Like, you stay chained to your computer and you make SPX videos. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, I need money to like live. Because there was like the ethos of like no one in SPX gets paid. Because you can't pay anyone, it's all volunteer. But yeah, so that wasn't like the best feeling in the world being like a 30-year-old man fucking asking another man for fucking money, even though I was like doing work. But that's the level of broke that I was at pre Murad. And then suddenly like fucking the Murad and Spacey pump happens, and then suddenly it's like, oh shit, I'm no longer broke. So
Right.
like the work ethic kind of goes out the window because you suddenly didn't have anything. Like the drive goes away.
Yeah.
So I had 6 months of being like, sick. This is nice. I can like go to Hong Kong for like consensus and shit like that, and like get coffee in the morning and not have to worry about like overspending the budget. But now I'm like broke. I'm like, oh no, I'm not like I cannot sell any more of the little bit of SPX that I had. Like it's locked. Like it's gone. It's away. All the little gambles that I won of like I've spent through all of that. I've fucking sold all my hyperliquid. So now I'm like back to being broke. And I'm like, fuck. I have to like get back to work, which is a
Gotcha.
good feeling. It's like a good feeling because I'm like, it was so depressing, like not feeling like I was a part of SPX.
Right.
Like, it feels good to like feel like you're a part of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
No,
yeah,
I see where you're going with
yeah,
it. Yeah. I don't. I have a very different let's say financial situation than you do. Like I'm not. I would say I'm upper middle. Like if SBX went to zero, I would be pretty much unaffected. Um,
oh, cool.
but
That's good.
yeah, I obviously don't want that to happen, and I believe for me, it's purely a passion project. I just love it. I love the community. It's not about money really at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Hey, because otherwise it'll just be like so flat. Like fucking showing up like every day to sort of like get nothing in return. Because it's sort of like that's sort of what stops people from like selling, as well as like you have an emotional commitment to the space. Like you'll feel guilty, and then like I'd feel sad, like if I'm if it just got to a point and I was like, no, I have to exit. I have to sell all of my SPX. Like it's way too high. I have to leave. And then like the weird like without the financial incentive to keep like working for your bag, you would drift off, and then I'd feel sad. Like I'd feel so sad if I like sold and then SPX kept going. And
Right.
you're like, oh man, like why did I quit?
Yeah, I think
Like we
detaching
didn't even
the
flip the stock market.
I think the sooner you can detach the financial meaning to of it and just focus on the community and mission purely and nothing else, I think then you'll always have that sense of purpose.
Yeah.
That's hard to do though. I'm not saying that's easy to do.
No. I think we're getting there though, because like now I'm like everything everybody's coming up with and like building a like yeah, like your podcast, other people doing the live streams and like merch and all of these things give us
Spaces,
like
all the real life
yeah,
stuff. Seb doing
yeah,
amazing shit.
yeah, it's fucking dope because it gives us like more to do, which isn't like anything to do with the like it's just stuff to do. It's activities. It's
Right.
activities to be a part of and all of that. And it's like really diversified. Like there's always sort of something happening in the cognosphere.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's like
Yeah, I
once
think
that's fully fleshed out, then you'll have so many people that don't even have SPX that are like participating.
right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do you miss the old days?
Mm, not really. Not really. Like sometimes it's sort of just nostalgia in some ways. Because sometimes it was like I guess cozy and stuff. And there was like it's cool in hindsight when you were like busting your ass and then you got somewhere.
Yeah.
So you were like when SPX was like essentially nothing and like people knew about us but really no one knew about us and you were like busting your ass and you would get these small wins and it like felt really good to get the small wins. Um like that was cool, but I don't really miss the old days. There was like a lot of drama and stuff that would happen, which wasn't always fun, and it was like stressful and scary.
Yeah.
So that wasn't too nice because there were periods where it was like we survived imminent death multiple times. Wait, where it was like, oh fuck, like there's no chart, but we need to reclaim these levels by this day, or it does not look good. Um, so let's get the fuck to work. Like, yeah, just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't really miss it. There's like the cognosphere keeps changing and growing, kind of thing. I feel sort of more like I'll miss these times.
Right.
The
I
energy that
yeah.
it might change, and you'll be like, oh fuck, it was so nice doing that like 24/7 space
Yeah.
with Mike and shit like that. You have good memories.
Absolutely. Did um back then did you actually believe that SPX would flip the stock market? Did you ever actually believe that?
Not really. Like not like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to like $40 trillion. Like you have to read between the lines a little bit. Um, but like I still believe like SPX can become essentially one of the biggest, like a top 10 crypto that's like fabled about, and like we do complete our mission sort of thing, even though the mission will like never be over because thing is like it's fucking hard to flip the stock market unless the stock market goes to zero itself or some whatever. Um, but it's more like the message of flipping the stock market. We can actually like actualize that, which I think is like more than possible to like really change the world and like birth some new system into existence for like the common folk to not just always get wrecked by like the world's elite.
You know, a lot of the
Like
newer
if we make a
Aeons
new system.
literally believe it now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like possible, dude. Like the indomitable human spirit is like something to never doubt.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it's like we're making all this stuff. Like,
yeah, no, I have your perspective. I don't literally believe it. I think it's a mission to aim for, and it's just a it's a rage against the machine, basically.
yeah,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, there's lots of people in the community now who literally believe it. So it's
yeah. Well, it's because
interesting.
it's like taboo to say otherwise. It's the same way it's like there's no chart, so like it's taboo to ever like talk about the chart, and it's taboo to ever talk about price. And it's like it just needs like to be. You just gotta like read between the lines on it as well. Like the flipping the stock market is an unattainable goal, and that's the point of it. Like it needs to be an unattainable goal. That's like so fucking ridiculous that it's fucking hilarious. Like because that's like it's so funny. I love telling people that we're gonna like flip the stock market, and like it's
Yeah,
okay to
but what do
understand
you
the
think
like
about
the
people
concept
who
of the metaphor.
like? I totally get it. Like a lot of people, we're all on the same page there. But what do you
Mm.
think about the people who literally believe it?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like where like if they feel like they have to say so.
So
You
you
know what I
don't
mean?
actually
Like if
believe that they? No, I'm saying dude, I'm telling you, some of them
that they're
literally
like
believe it.
fully gaslit.
They fully
Yeah,
believe it.
I don't know how to feel about it because I feel bad. Like,
Why do you
you know
feel
what I mean?
bad?
Like you've gaslit these poor people in a sense. Like because it's like XRP going to $10,000 per
Yeah, there's
XP.
people who literally believe that too.
Yeah, like so people are gullible. Like people are gullible. They'll think what they want to think. Um, but and that's sort of like the nature of how you get so high is getting so many delusional people. Um, but I mean, I'm kind of like I just don't like. Yeah, it's just I just feel bad. I just feel bad because I'm like, oh, have we actually like gaslit these people where they're like doing the math on what 69,000 per token is gonna like even though we could like I guess we could like nothing is out of possibility, and if we all were to like manifest it that hard, like yeah, in 50 years we could like the
Yeah,
S&P
yeah, yeah,
500 got to that price
yeah.
purely through like in stock market investing. Like every stock isn't actually backed by anything, it's just people buying it. So like it is possible, like we
It's
could
definitely
do it on a
theoretically
long enough
possible
time frame.
on
Like
a long time
yeah,
frame. Yeah, theoretically
yeah,
possible.
like we
That's
could
what I
fucking
always
do it.
say. I always say this. I give this number. I said, if you want to be a future billionaire, 14,492.7 tokens will make you a billionaire if we flip the stock market. Now, the only way that happens is if we persist forever and we get the message to every single person.
Yeah,
But can we do that?
which
Maybe.
we could. Like nothing is like out of possibility, and like in some ways SPX has already like smashed that so many times of like what can happen and what's possible, and like sometimes it's like yeah, like we got fucking go to Reddit, and like it explodes there and it does take over the globe, and suddenly it does become like a massive movement about like wealth equality
Dude,
in
it's
a
but
very ripe
we're
space of
already at
time for it.
that's already happening though. Those little sparks are there.
Yeah, and then SPX just
Did you
becomes
see
the like
did you see
the poster child or something.
The London meetup with Seb and that crew, and they were like outside with a table, like trying to
Yeah,
change
yeah,
people.
flipping pancakes. Yeah, yeah, that was sick. That
That's
was sick.
that looks like a movement,
Yeah, it does. And like super like grassroots.
right?
And like if we got massive, like if SPX got like huge like global level of movement, that's just going to be like such a good little memory in
See,
the future.
this is something I knew with the OGs, the pre Murad people. I knew y'all were kind of in on the joke, and it's just funny. It's fifth level irony. It's yeah, I got that. What one thing I used to post a lot is like y'all have the opportunity to be absolute legends potentially, like in a broader sense, not just crypto legends, but something even bigger than
Hmm,
that.
maybe,
You do.
maybe, yeah. That's what sort of always what I like hoped for. Hey, when I like wanted, when I was like searching for something like SPX and just waiting, I sort of wanted that story. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh fuck, imagine like, Dogecoin's at 50 billion, 70 billion, and it's like, imagine being a part of like sub a billion Dogecoin and like knowing that you helped build it. And like everyone who's around now is gonna fucking 100% like have that feeling and that like that pride and like the story to tell people where you're like, people like, what do you do? Like, what have you been up to? And you're like, I've been doing SPX 6900, and then someone from across the room will be like, what? What the fuck? Like your SPX, and you're like, yeah, yeah, I am
Dude,
SPX. Yeah, I fucking do these podcasts. I make these like videos. Like I'm tight with like everyone on Twitter. Like I've helped build and be a part of SPX. Like yeah, I'm SPX. Like that's like amazing.
that's why it's a pure
It's
passion
such a good
project for me.
feeling.
Because if it happens, it'll be
Mm,
fucking incredible.
mm. Yeah, just be insanity. Be insanity of even like that was like a weird culture shock sort of thing when like yeah, pre-Murad, people knew about us, like some people knew about us, but people really didn't. Like the industry really didn't know.
No, yeah,
And even Spacey was like going to these like IRL events and people didn't know about us. And then when I went to like consensus in Hong Kong, people knew about us all of a sudden. We were like what 500 million, like we're even bigger now.
yeah.
But for people to be like, "Oh yeah, okay, who are you guys?" and you're like, "Oh, we're actually SPX. Like we've been around for SPX in ages," and they're like, "Holy fuck!" Like I'm talking to SPX people, and it was like, "What the hell?" Like what the hell? Like I'd be like wearing my SPX shirt at like a meme con, and a few people would come up and be like, "I like SPX. You guys are doing a really great job. Can I take a selfie?" Like, and I'd be like, "Okay, okay, like yeah, just interesting how like big SPX has gotten."
Yeah, yeah, and we were at this we were at the same price. What, like December or something last year around this price? I feel like the community has grown so much since then. It's unbelievable.
Mm, yeah, for like the same valuation,
Right.
and the quality is like has certainly improved, and that's what you guys been doing so well. I feel like it's more like second wave. Second wave is the right term, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe like third wave. Um, because you guys been like holding the torch so well, and then like giving the torch to people like really well. Where like SPX has continued to look like SPX and has evolved into like an even better version of it. Instead of like getting more people and then it dilutes and gets worse. It's been on like a real autopilot, I guess. Like I haven't been present for 6 months, and it's
Yeah, how does that
improved.
feel? How does that feel? Like before, you were definitely like you were integral. You were if you had been missing, it would have been a huge hit. But then you were kind of missing for 6 months, and it just kept growing. How does that feel?
Fucking amazing. It
Yeah,
feels like so good and like so much less stressful. Because for a while I was getting like more stressed, feeling like I had to like do more, or I had to like manage more. I had to like manage people better, or the culture, or the community, because like it was like so important. And then to like have like trust and be like, okay, like it actually like I don't actually matter that much. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a really good feeling because you're like, you don't feel as responsible. Like, the stress isn't as high as well because I can like look around and be like, fuck yeah, all of these people, like, they have it. They know what they're doing. They're like, they're good. I don't have to like, yeah, stay up at night stressing of like, is the future of SPX in like, do we have this? Instead, I'm looking around now and I'm like, fuck yeah, like, we got this shit. Like, send it another 10x and like, we'll be able to handle that.
Yeah, I think
As opposed to,
I think where we're at now, if in December we were truly a 1.3 billion, whatever it was, or then now we're at least 10x that from actual community standpoint. So
hmm,
it bet I just wonder. I feel like we're starting to get a growth period. Just feel like I see a lot of new people coming online as of late. Like sometimes
yeah,
it kind of
I
like
feel it as well.
it kind of does like it feels it's kind of it was stagnant for a little bit. Like the TikTok thing, whenever we went multi-platform, that felt like a big kind of growth period, and then it kind of stagnated. And now I feel like we're kind of going into another growth period. Do you feel the same way or no?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, I've noticed like more people, especially with the 24/7 spaces,
Oh God,
like
yeah.
meeting more people.
Fuck, it's awesome.
But
Yeah.
also I do feel like more expansion is like coming, especially like with Reddit. Were you there yesterday for or the other day for Murad on the spaces, Murad and Pond
Yeah,
with
I
bullish?
missed it. I missed it.
Oh man, he like reiterated going to Reddit like so it was like almost like freaking like a war leader speech as well. He
I
was like so gassed up. I cannot I cannot like fucking not insinuate. He was just like we all need to go to Reddit. Like Reddit is the new front. Like um he couldn't stress enough how much we needed to like go to Reddit to like expand. And I was like, okay, this is like it's gonna happen. People going to Reddit. We're like making
dude,
like it's
it's
already
awesome.
working,
It's
which
awesome.
is like great to see.
I
But
went into
yeah,
the Coinbase subreddit. It's like all SPX stuff.
sick, sick. Yeah, because it's so great. Because more crazy stuff will happen because of that. Like something will pop and like, but we'll also like get a bunch of like a bunch of new members, and they'll be from a different culture, like a different like yeah, whole different community and culture, which then sometimes they have to like integrate because it's pretty much like suddenly they're immigrants, right? And you're like, come to my country, and then you're like, you're making my country shit. Like, fuck, you have to like integrate into like our country's so cool because of like our culture that we've like made. And then when you get a massive influx, it's like they come with their own energy. Because that was the one thing I was sort of like worried or just like aware about. Because now I've seen it a couple of times when you get like all the Murad Moon Boys
Yeah.
sort of thing, and you're like,
No.
fuck, it's like there's so many of them that it's like diluting what actually makes people want to buy SPX. Like our product is deteriorating, so now it's harder to sell. Because that might happen with Reddit where we do get a bunch of like Reddit people and like Reddit
Oh
culture,
God.
which
Yeah.
like hopefully it doesn't negatively sort of like affect anything because it would be cool to like yeah like change Reddit maybe because I know it's like on CT you can get away with so much stuff. Like I don't think SPX would have been made on like 4chan or Reddit, but like crypto Twitter cooked it up and you can see some crazy stuff on like CT. Like people can drop the N bomb
Yeah.
and whatever. Like the amount of like funny entertaining shit like yeah, the funny, entertaining shit that you see on CT that you wouldn't see on Reddit. So like
Yeah.
crypto Twitter people are a bit more like resilient, whereas I wouldn't want to get too many like Reddit soy boys that are suddenly they're like, you know what I mean, like a bit too gay. like like we're all about like peace and love and like all of this stuff in SPX, but
But don't be a bitch.
yeah, yeah, don't be too much of a bitch. Like yeah,
Yeah, no, for
don't
real.
have a meltdown if someone says like retard. Like
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
says it.
I've seen that happen. If even on crypto Twitter, somebody said somebody was freaking out like, I can't believe somebody said this. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I don't know what it was. I think somebody did like a Hitler thing or something, like an Aeon Hitler thing, and they had been in the community for a long time. They were just trying to be funny.
Yeah, Conrad.
Pro-
Conrad probably.
Probably, yeah, I think so. And then somebody I knew her just got so offended. I'm like, you got to realize crypto Twitter humor is different, and it's
Yeah.
just is what it is. They're not
And it's not like those things represent everybody
right.
either. Like, yeah, because we'd have like Conrad. There's been so many like funny little social things in SPX. Like we had Conrad who was like really cool, but he was like schizo. Like he would fucking he'd like stay up for like 5 days at a time and just bust out like copious amounts of content. And it would be like so cool. Like he's one who made like the like DJing Murad and like Murad like doing a kickflip and like Murad in like Jungle Book where it's like Fat Murad eating fruit.
I
And
didn't
like
see
all of
that.
this like oh fuck, there's some of the funniest stickers ever. And he was like a cool guy. It was a cool guy, but then he'd like go off the deep end and start making like Nazi Aeons and shit. And you're like, oh come on, just like pull it back a little bit, Conrad. And some people would be like, why does he get to get away with it? Like, why does Conrad get a free pass on all of this stuff? But like, yeah, you're like, oh, it's hard to explain the social dynamic. Like, why does Conrad get a free pass? Like,
Well, yeah, and as the movement grows, there's always going to be people who have maybe not the best taste, and it just is. There's always going to be people like that, so it's not. I don't know. Can't get too offended by
yeah,
things,
no,
but I do think we do a good job of calling out people who are dickheads and not don't handle situations very well.
yeah, I do think so. I think we we've gotten pretty good at it because it has been like a learning curve on how much to like insult people, I guess.
Right.
How mean you can be to like protect the culture and like protect the thing.
Yeah.
Because
I
even
know.
when people post charts like and stuff,
Yeah, that's the
it's
people I'm
gotten
talking about
pretty
who
good at
literally believe we're going to flip the stock market. Like they they take it very seriously. Um,
yeah.
I said something. I was like, yeah, I'm going to post a really retarded video when we hit $2 or something like that. They said, why would you ever mention a price target? How dare
Yeah,
you?
I know. It fucking happened to me once.
And I just said, oh yeah, you're right. I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Space Fruit brought up because she was in GME and she was like, in back in GME, people would make dumb bets on price action. They're like, oh, when it goes to $20, I'll blend up a dirty sock and drink it in a smoothie, and then like record a video of it. Like there was just stupid bets that like made the culture good. And she was like, I want to bring that to SPX. And then I was like, I made a tweet and I was like, when we hit 2 billion, I'll get like unfathomably drunk on like a Sunday
Yeah,
sleepover
I saw that.
because
Yeah,
it's like it's 10 a.m. for me. I was
right.
like, whatever. I was also drunk when I made the tweet, so I may have a little bit of it. Anyway, yeah, and then Nicole got really mad, and like a bunch of people were like, "How dare you? Why would you? You're an OG. You should know better to never ever mention price or price action." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's not like I'm making a tweet being like, oh, if we bounce off Fibonacci resistance at 0.86,
No,
I can
that's where
call it."
I love
Like,
that. I love that tweet. That's why I was like, I'm gonna make a stupid thing too because I thought that was funny. I was like, we had $2. I'm gonna make a dumb video or something. Um, no, I thought that. I don't think that's a big deal. Like, yeah, but that's just me. But I learned my lesson, I guess, too.
yeah, you got
God.
Aeon.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have. My bad. Apologies.
Yeah,
Um,
it is like that though in SPX because we have so many like strict rules, and sometimes they do turn into like dogma
yeah.
sort of thing, and then everyone's sort of like a bot protects the culture. Like everyone takes it really seriously. Um, and sometimes it's like finding the gray area of where like what's healthy and what's unhealthy, and like why does a rule need to exist in the first place, sort of stuff. Because some the rules are kind of like dumb, like not dumb, but like they're funny rules. Like never talk about price action, even though you're like in crypto.
No, I think it's a great rule though, because you did not be
Yeah,
obsessed with it.
yeah. It is a really great rule. And like the no charts is actually a fucking fantastic rule. Even though like a great chart is fantastic advertisement, but like we've essentially turned it around. So like the chart boys will post a chart when our chart looks fucking fantastic. But we can't post the chart, so instead we raid them and tell them to never post the chart, which
Yeah.
is in turn like promoting it. And like I'm one of the biggest fans of fucking no one posting charts. Like I literally like don't care that much. Um, but yeah, there's so many
I
like
think it's
cool
like a
cool
reverse
rules.
psychology thing. We don't care about the charge. Why are you posting that? Are you fucking
Yeah,
dumb? I don't know. I think it's like I don't know. I like it. I like
yeah,
that.
me too, me too.
And
It
but
it
then
turns all the attention.
it also works well too whenever you have that culture to. There's a lot of other communities I've noticed where it's like when stuff's down, like yeah, we really need to get to this level. If we don't break resistance here, it's like a very kind of normal thing in other communities. I feel like so we
Mm.
don't have that, which is good.
Oh, it's fucking fantastic because it ruins the whole vibe.
Yep.
It ruins so much. Like it brings everything back to like making money and price and like trading and all of this bullshit. Whereas like SPX will naturally just sell itself. Like if we're doing work, like
Right.
suddenly you're not you like you know what I mean. You're not scrolling the timeline and then someone makes a doomer post about like how it looks like the top, and then an Aeon can shake out another Aeon
Exactly.
or something. Like instead, you have all the mental sanity to figure out how else can I pump the coin? Like, oh, doing a podcast. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly. It takes your brain off of that price obsession, and it is a way that you can get shook out for sure.
Yeah, fucking oath, dude. Because even like some of the best people can still get shaken out.
Right.
Like it just like chips away at your sanity, especially like the higher it goes. Like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's like when SPX is up at 2.5 and everyone's sort of like, "Oh my god, is it about to explode? Like everything looks perfect. Like is it about to blow?" And you're sort of like, "Should I?"
Yeah.
like should I sell some? Shouldn't I sell some? Like shit like that. And you're like, oh my god, it's so low. Like the only times I've like like I only generally sell if I have to sell,
Yeah.
where I'm like, fuck, I do need X amount of dollars to make it through another 6 months. If I want to, like, otherwise I have to get a job, like, and then not dedicate all this time to SPX. And then usually that's like at the bottom. Like a genuine, if I get shaken out, it's like at the bottom because I'm like, I need to secure money. So if the market's over, I'm toasted if I don't have it. Um, like I never, I tend to never actually get shaken out at the top or
Of
left at the
course
bottom.
not.
I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
because then
No.
I can justify selling the bottom, whereas I can never quite justify selling a top or anything like that.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how that psychology works. Um, do you? I've heard Murad um was pilled by Baprol. Is that true?
Yeah, he was talking to Bap, Nicole, like Japanese Nicole, Spacey, and Mung. Like I think differently, like not in the one group chat, but like different times and whatnot, different conversations. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like they would all have their own different spin to like pill Murad with. Um, but Bap has pilled a lot of people on CT with SPX. Is sort of the legend with doing that.
And he's
Because
still
Bap
very.
was like big on CT before, so he like understood the whole culture,
Uh,
and then he made his alt. He made Bap roll, and then became an Aeon, and then just pretty much like discarded his old identity and all like the people that he knew.
right.
So Bap was like a bit of a legend before SPX, and now he's even more of a legend now.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Um, I do want to shift gears a little bit, and we're
Yeah.
not too many questions left, but what was the original purpose? Because I know you're big on the Aeon NFTs. What was the
Mm.
original, I guess, purpose of the collection?
I don't know. Hey, well, just to like have a PFP, I
Did,
guess, and
wait,
like add that
when you got
to the
in, did it come out before you got in, or
Nah, it came out after. It was like
okay?
November 15th,
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
which was like actually pretty quick. I can't believe it's like 20 days after. It still feels like fucking an eternity between when I joined and when Aeons came out. Um, but yeah, it was November 15th. I don't know. I think it was just like the like adding NFTs was a good addition to like community and then giving us all like a PFP to rock. I'm not sure if anyone was like doing it out of like greed, you know what I mean? Because it's just Danko who makes the artist commission, and like Treasury gets some of the commission from Aeon sales.
yeah, who gets most of it?
Treasury,
Just Treasury,
yeah,
or is there
and it's
other
like
folks that do?
no, it's just Danko who made them, and Treasury, but you can like turn them off as well. Danko was pissing me off like way too much, so for ages I just like took off I just took off any of the commission, whatever, like the extra like artist fee. I would like buy an Aeon or sell an Aeon, whatever, and I was like, no money for you, Danko.
Oh, so you don't have to do the commission? I don't even.
Nah, nah, you don't.
Okay,
You don't.
gotcha. Cool. That answers that question. I think some people I've seen that as FUD before, um, which is why I asked. Um, are you equally as passionate about the Aeons or as you are the token?
Kinda. I don't know. I always saw them as like the same thing. Um, pretty much. It's like we are Aeons and SPX is like our our like movement. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just see them as like one in the same. Um, so I hold them both in like the same regard. Like we can't, even though they're like I guess separate products. I'm like as passionate about like Aeon lore and like building all of that out as I am with SPX because I feel like if we neglected Aeons, it would end up being shit. Like if SPX was massive and then they're like, "What's this NFT? Like, what are your NFTs?" and everyone's like, "Oh well, they're okay." I'm like, why don't we have like a fully fleshed out lore? Why are we not having like mini series or like all this extra like Aeon stuff, like an entire like world and like story about them. Like I don't know, I'm just passionate about SPX and I see Aeons as like SPX. So I don't sort of want anything in SPX to like fall behind.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been asked that question. Hey, I've never sort of like no one's sort of like probed that.
Yeah. I think a lot. I think if you were, at least how I look at it is, if I was approaching it from like a trader, or if I was wanting to make a bet on SPX, not thinking about it from how I feel about it, I would look at it as I look at it as almost a levered bet on it. Like when SPX performs well, it should perform slightly better. If SPX performs worse, it will probably perform worse. That's how I look at it in my
Yeah,
head.
yeah, a little bit. They it does do that. But Aeons have never outperformed SPX, and they probably never will
Certain time
either.
frames they
And
do.
that's how, yeah, sometimes, because they're always, I guess, undervalued. Usually, the NFTs are worth like the market cap of the NFT is worth like 10% of the market cap of the coin,
Yeah,
and Aeons are usually like heavily undervalued in that.
I think it's at like
Um,
roughly 1%. I think.
yeah, but they do this thing where like SPX will run and then Aeons will like catch up,
Yeah.
and then SPX will dump, and then Aeons will lag in like sales. And it's always sort of been the case. So it's definitely alpha if like people are like really short, is like SPX pumps. And then if you like have small bags, you then like sell your SPX and buy Aeons. And then the Aeons pump and then you sell the Aeons to then buy back into SPX.
Yeah,
Like there's like
there is
a
like a
relay
trade there.
effect. Yeah, there's an arb to be had.
Yeah, I
Um
agree. I don't do that. I don't. I have a couple of Aeons, but I don't do that. But I do believe that is probably if you're thinking that way. Uh, what was the mint price? I couldn't find that
Oh,
information.
what was it? I brought it up. I think I said it last yesterday. Well, it was like point 0.3. Like if you were whitelisted, it was like 0.03.
Okay.
And then public was like point zero 0.06. And then whitelist whitelist minted out um like instantly. It was crazy. And then public took like an hour, and then we like turned um the last part of the public mint back into like whitelist. So some people got like an extra, like a sixth. No, they got like a fourth whitelist. I was one of the people who managed to like sneak in the extra whitelist mint at the end, and that was like 0.045. Um, so I think in total it was like I got like three whitelist and then two public and then the extra whitelist at the end. So I got like six, and I probably spent like 0.15 on the whole mint. And then other people had extra wallets because all the wallets got whitelisted if they had like 6,900 SPX. Not many people knew about Aeons though, like that it was coming, but like a bunch of people had multiple wallets with SPX, so they got to like mint like 20 or 30 Aeons or like 12, but I only had one wallet. So I only got my six, which I was fucking stoked with though. Aeons were my first NFT and like my first like minting experience and everything. So I was like stoked.
Do you still have all of them, or have you sold most of them, or do you have more or less?
No, I have way more Aeons now. I have
Wow.
like I don't know 12 or something. Because every time I sold SPX ever, I'd feel so guilty that I would then I'd then like sweep the Aeon floor. Like no matter what the price was, I'd sweep Aeons.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm like fucking underwater hard on like a bunch of my Aeons, but like I don't really care.
Yeah.
Um,
They'll come back.
yeah,
I think they'll follow roughly the same probably. Uh,
yeah, probably. I mean, they do their thing. Sometimes it's sort of like fuck it, we ball. I don't really care too much about the price.
yeah.
But I still have my first Aeon, and I minted an Angel, and I have that one, and I have my first Aeon, which is like my favorite Aeon. It's fucking so funny. I like wore the shit out of my first ever NFT, and it was like the most basic Aeon, and everyone would call her like ratty little skank Aeon. And I was like, I just fucking loved her, dude. It was like just such like a clean, funny Aeon.
Um, I did see you acquired a one of one.
Yeah, I did. It was a very irresponsible purchase. That's what sent me broke. I was like, I had like the rest of like my money, and I was like, I need this for bills, and I need this to live, and like, and then freaking eighth, because eighth won it with Murad's
Yeah, yeah,
TikTok
yeah,
competition,
yeah.
doing the Bitcoin truck.
Yep.
Um, and then he needed the money to keep doing his music and everything. And I'd always said like, don't like come to me before you sell it to anyone random in case I want to buy it, or like in case like yeah, one of the OGs wanted it. I didn't want to see it go to just a random person
Yeah.
that probably just wanted to flip it or some shit. Um, But yeah, I ended up paying like 7 ETH for it, which was like pretty like at four K per ETH as well. So ETH got like a pretty decent price for it, but it fucking certainly set me broke. But now I own a Glow Aeon.
I
It was
I
like,
I think you'll do well with it.
hopefully, it just sort of depends because I'm like, oh, do you even want to sell it?
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean? Because
hard
it's
to
the
sell
same
it
sort of
though.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't want to like sell it to the wrong person who then like
I wouldn't
transfers
want the
their shit
responsibility of owning
as
it
like a yeah.
personally, but I do think at least on paper it'll be worth a lot for sure.
Mm, hopefully, but yeah, fucking certainly like it was like the whole like why the fuck like you have an NFT that's worth the price of a car, like NFTs are so stupid, and the rational part of your brain is always like why the fuck would you ever like spend that much money on a JPEG? And then I did it, and I was like, "You fucking dumbass!" Like that was like my bills money, or like I could have had another car, and my car's like broken, but I've spent all of this money on like a link to a picture on the blockchain. Like I can never tell anyone about this in real life because they're gonna like think you're the
No,
biggest idiot, which they do.
it makes sense to me, to be honest. It
Yeah,
makes sense to
yeah,
me.
me too. Because like someone has to like keep it safe, essentially.
Yeah, but nobody. I mean, well, a lot of people don't understand it, and I didn't understand the NFT thing back in the prior cycle. I was like, I thought that same kind of thing. This is psychotic. What are these people doing? The more you get into it, you realize it's a culture thing.
Mm.
It's makes sense to me. I wouldn't want to own it because it was I would be yeah. I feel like I'd just never ever sell it, and maybe I would need to. You know what I mean? That would be hard.
Yeah, hopefully sell it for like $1 million, like it's from crypto punk or some shit.
Maybe
That'd
Murad
be
would
the
buy it
dream.
from me at that point. I think
Well,
he
he already
originally,
had it.
yeah, he bought
Yeah,
it
he
originally.
already had it. He's not gonna buy it off me for like 20 times the price he paid for it.
Well,
Uh,
to get to that price, what's SPX going to be at? You know?
oh yeah, I know. Would be like actually be 100 billion, dude.
Yeah,
It's
then
gonna be
he would
crazy if
actually
we
be
actually get there.
a multi-billionaire at that point.
Yeah,
So $1 million would be chump change.
he'd sneeze on $1 million, dude.
Yeah. So
Uh,
just
I'm
saying.
actually glad Murad's a good dude.
No, he's awesome. That's
With
everybody says he's bearish. The people who flood him all the time. It's like y'all are fucking retarded. He's the most
yeah,
bullish thing you could possibly hope for in a coin. He's awesome. He's the best bag worker. It's amazing.
yeah, he's one of the best bag workers, and he's like massive. Like we're
Right.
actually so blessed to like to have Murad. And he's not just tweeting, like he's actually doing work
Right.
and like building SPX in ways that like only Murad can.
And he
And
raids
like
harder than I do, honestly.
yeah, yeah.
So
Because there is crazy stuff in the industry, like that happens
right.
with like yeah, investment firms and all this shit that you can only like access that if you're like in those sections of the industry. Whereas we're
Right.
just like shrimps. We're tiny little fucking shrimps on crypto Twitter.
Oh yeah. No, I know he's a big asset to have. It's ludicrous to act like it's bad, but I think it's just
Yeah.
jealousy or I don't know what it is. It's weird. There's a lot of hate. Murray gets so much hate. It's absurd.
Oh, yeah. It just washes off of him. Because we will see more big industry names slowly like come over to SPX. Like Jeff Park.
Yeah,
You know
that's
that?
awesome. Yep, to see.
Huh? Who got you in? Who got you in, dude? And yeah, there's like Murad and a few other people who are like doing their magic, like onboarding others.
That reminds me. Are you familiar with Sam Hyde?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Did you see that video where he was shilling SPX?
No, no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, he did.
Sick.
So it was on a stream. It's like a random stream. I don't know who the streamer was. He wasn't a big streamer. He happened to see Sam at some event, and he started talking to him about crypto, and then he said, "Hey, you're really into Bitcoin, right?" He's like, "No, no, no, no. I'm into SPX 6900. We're gonna flip the stock market. Do you understand? No, no Bitcoin. SPX 6900." So
Oh, that's so cool. It's not
no,
AI, is it? I fucking hope
no,
not.
I thought it was AI too. I thought it was AI when I first saw it. I was like, "It's fucking AI. I know it."
I can't trust anything.
No, I did.
That's sick,
No,
dude.
I validated it with the guy, the streamer. I tweeted him, and he said, "Yeah, that was him." And this is what he said.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, it's definitely,
Fuck, that's
definitely
so
him.
cool, dude.
No,
That's
here's
like
the other
such
thing.
weird permeation as well. Because I don't think anyone has contact with Sam Hyde. Like, we've just
No, but here's the
organically.
thing. I went down to. I got to be honest with you. I went down a little bit of a schizophrenic rabbit hole in this one. So,
Sick.
so I was like, okay, how the fuck did he hear about it? I got to validate this more. So then I started watching more interviews where he was talking about Bitcoin, and I just kept watching, I kept watching, and then it said, one of the interviews he was randomly talking about Bitcoin. He said, um, I just want you all to know you need to study Bitcoin. I'm not some crazy asshole. I would implore you to watch Murad Mammadov's bullish case for Bitcoin video from 2017 with Anthony Pompliano.
And then he must have watched like Token and then gone on from there.
Correct. That was in May. He said that in May this year. The
Yep.
stream was in June because he on the May interview he was like, "I'm a Bitcoin max." Basically saying I'm a Bitcoiner all the way. And everything else is bullshit. A month later, there you go. He's shilling SPX.
No way, dude.
I got
Surprise,
a, I
surprise
got
to no
I
one.
made a whole video
Be
showing
like
this.
schizophrenic and be like schizophrenic rabbit hole. You're like putting the pieces together.
No, I felt like I was
Yeah,
definitely the
sick.
Charlie, the Always Sunny meme where he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
I was definitely had one of the. No, I was like euphoric that day, and yeah, I created that. I'll send it to you. Just fucking, oh my god, oh, that was awesome. I'm so glad I discovered that. But I can't remember who the original clip was discovered by Oteb. I think is the name of him. He's not a real big Aeon, but he posted it originally on TikTok, and it got like 500,000 views. Just that where he's talking about SPX. It did really good.
Mad, dude. That's so cool. So I'm always like random things will happen with SPX that you like never quite expect, and then you'll be like blown away, and you'll be like, "Oh, we're going so much higher! Holy shit!"
Yeah, I
Like
need to. I almost send you that
little
video.
stuff like that.
It was amazing.
Thanks, dude.
Yes, I'll send you the original. I'll send you the my crazy cobbed together one. Like what the fuck? I'm painting a web here. You need to watch this.
Mad. Thanks. Yeah,
It,
that's so cool because Sam Hyde's actually like big, and for him to essentially organically come onto SPX,
dude, and he started a
means
new
we're doing something
podcast.
right.
That was my before. I was like, what if Murad goes on to Sam Hyde's new podcast? That would be amazing. That would be incredible. And Sam Hyde's probably going to go on Joe Rogan this year. And I was like, what if Murad somehow could get on Joe Rogan? That would be amazing.
What if Sam Hyde fucking shills SPX on Joe
That
Rogan, dude?
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, that could be the things that like actually happen. And
So
you'll wake up one day and you'll be like, "Holy fuck! What did we do? What have we started?"
So no, but me and like five other Aeons were like rating Sam every post Sam did for a while. I would put the video there like, we know what you're doing. We know.
You're
Talk
like,
about it more.
actually, these Aeons suck. Fuck SPX. I changed my mind. They're annoying.
No, I wanted to, I was hoping he would maybe start talking about it more. That didn't happen, but I don't know. I still have hope about that. That was cool. Uh,
Got any other questions?
just a couple more. Or really not even questions, but how bullish are you on SBX?
Actually, more bullish than I have like ever been in its lifetime. Like it's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. Um, yeah, I'm actually like crazy bullish because I feel like now we've hit the escape velocity we needed to like be multi-cycle without worrying about like a drawdown to death. And the community's fucking been sick, like so like optimistic, where like fundamentals look fucking fantastic. Um, Still have the best meme ever. Like nothing's changed on that front. And yeah, the couple little extra tidbits where you're like, oh fuck, like shit, like we might actually like become a top 10 coin. Like if there is a shoe in to take the crown off of Doge as like the number one meme coin, like it is looking like it's us. So I'm like pretty bullish. Definitely the most bullish I've like ever been. So it's good. It's good.
Awesome.
How
Yeah.
bullish are you? 100%.
Yeah. I'm just as bullish as you are, for sure. Very bullish.
Yeah.
I think if we put a price on it, I think we hit 100 this cycle. I actually think Murad's target's going to get hit.
Yeah. I don't even want to like think about it because I'm like, oh, it sort of actually makes me feel sick if I like actual like if I think about because I'm like, yeah, we totally could. Like we could hit like if shit does go crazy, we could hit 100, we could hit 200 sort of stuff. Like it's feasible. And then I'm like, oh no. Like, then I start to feel sick because I'm like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, you're probably going to want to
So
buy you
like,
a new car at that point. I think it'd be okay to sell a little bit. You probably want to buy a new
yeah,
car at
buy
that point.
buy a Corolla.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
There you go.
yeah. Yeah. But I'm just like excited because I'm like not thinking like if I stop thinking about like the money you'll make personally and like counting your eggs before they hatch,
Yeah.
like counting your chickens before they hatch, because that's always like stressful. Like thinking about what we do as SPX when we're worth that much, and like the collective wealth, and like that's what fucking makes me like feel good because I'm like, oh fuck, like if we hit 100 billion or like 200 billion, we're gonna have something really fucking cool on our hands. Like we'll be able to do some really dope shit, like making like actually like doing our goals.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's the key, and we have a lot of good people involved. So that wealth will
Yeah,
be well, that will be used well, I think.
yeah, because we'll probably have to set up some sort of like SPX HQ, probably in like Thailand or something, to run like a bunch of the little businesses and shit out of, and like have like owned infrastructure
Well, and
and
also
we can
I
do
think
some
it'll
like cool things.
happen in a very decentralized way. Not
Mm.
necessarily need an HQ. It's just like there'll just be people who start SPX type businesses, and
Yeah, 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 yeah. Which would be like what I'd be doing if I was like going to Thailand and probably
yeah,
like
maybe you could set up the
doing some
HQ.
like
Maybe you could
merch
call it
and
the
stuff.
HQ and like set your own
Yeah, yeah.
shit up.
We just call them multiple HQs. It's like
Right.
decentralized like system network, and then like if anyone comes to Thailand, they have a place to stay, sort of thing.
Well, in the Bitcoin community, they call them Bitcoin citadels, but yeah,
Yeah,
we need a
yeah, yeah,
different name
yeah,
for it. But yeah, that's sort of the same idea. Yeah.
yeah. So much cool shit we could do if we bust those targets up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We'll see. Any final thoughts?
Mm, 6,900 is a bigger number than 500, and the girl is definitely cute. Yeah,
Awesome.
not much else. We've fucking talked about heaps, dude. It's been heaps of fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm also do a quick little outro. I do appreciate you coming on. Um, I
Appreciate you
know
getting me,
everyone will
dude.
be
It's been
excited to
great.
hear from you, and
Yeah,
especially in this
same.
long of a format. If you've been listening this far, I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. There will be a link to Hype's X account below. I know most of you probably already follow him, but if you happen to not, and then that's his VTuber. First time he's shown it, I believe, so that's cool. Please give him a follow. And until next time, persist forever, Aeons.